3. Boom! Sup, y'all?
Yeah.
We got a live premiere. DJ Koza and Death Dealers Anonymous here.
Yup.
What up, y'all?
What up?
What's up, Ruin your riders?
Riders.
What's up,
We're
y'all?
still in here. So new EP. Is this out right now?
No, it actually comes out on Tuesday, the 20th.
Oh, well, shit, you guys are getting the exclusive here.
Yes, this is the early premiere of Death Dealers Anonymous. No Face, No Trace, produced entirely by DJ AKOZA. That's my man right here. Came all the way from Houston. We're out here doing some shit with Doom Shop. So while we were here, we figured this would be an awesome time to live premiere the whole thing for everybody. Our favorite people, honestly, like... I love the reaction and the comments on the Ice-T video and shit. Like, typically, I stay away from battle rap YouTube comments, but I always look at them on the YouTube, on the Death Dealers videos, because ultimately, like, I want to know what people are liking and what they're not liking or whatever. And seems like people fuck with Ice-T, so, like, this seemed like the perfect place to do this.
Yeah, the Alchemist loves that video. He
really?
Yeah, he hit me up. He's like, "Yo, like that video you guys did for Reverse and Dan is so tight."
That's tight.
That's
tight. I'll take that. I'll take that to the bank.
Shouts to Al knowing
Shouts to Al.
I exist.
Shout out to AOC. Shouts to the man.
Yeah.
So what?
That just blew my mind. I'm gonna go home now.
Later, fool. We're done.
Shout out
I'm good.
So what? For the people that aren't familiar with Death Dealers Anonymous, what's the inspiration behind the group?
We were just talking about this shit while we were eating fucking ramen, basically.
Essentially, when we were just saying, like, I made this Gold Shards video called Rain. I don't know if you remember Rain. It was done like on a DV camera type thing, and it was like this really like shittily done, like, but you know how we do our thing.
It's a style.
It was like that style,
Yeah.
that template, and I kind of like at the time wanted. Originally, I was saying I wanted Death Dealers to be 3 people, and I didn't really know who yet, but I know what I wanted it to sound like. And then me, Dan, and Jordan did a song called Ghost Blicky.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, okay, Dan gets it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jordan gets it. But Jordan, he's like, not necessarily like, he doesn't like consider himself a rapper, you know, and he wouldn't, but he raps really well, but I don't think he wants to like spend all the time like doing all the rap shit, you know what I'm saying? And plus he does all this art shit and stuff anyway.
Speaking of, the cover of No Face, No Trace was done by All Day Dirt, a.k.a.
shout out
Jordan.
All Day Dirt.
You guys probably know him for the Dirtbag Dan show. He was on the podcast a bunch.
Yeah. And then, so, basically off that, I was just came to Dan, and because Dan gets it, like, and I was just like, yo, I want to do this thing with, we don't have a fucking, our faces, and essentially, it was something to detach us from battle rap, so when people listen to it, like, automatically, like, you're not like, oh, this is Dirtbag Dan and a reverse live from that. A lot of the times I see in comments or anything, people will be like, oh, this is dope, who is this? And it could very well be someone who hates our fucking guts, but you already admitted that you liked it, so it's too late. You already know that shit's hot. You can't fucking, like, so essentially it's a way, it's just a way, like, to, like, kill the ego and kind of put a fucking,
that's cool.
It lets the music speak for itself type thing.
I like that.
And aside from that, it's like an otherworldly, like, immersive brand, because if you pay attention to shit, you'll know that every album, me and Dan switch our names. We never have the same name. We never have the same name or alias every album. We switch our alias, because essentially the concept behind what our characters are is like this otherworldly, like, dimension sliding duo of hitmen, and every time we get a job we change our alias. So
it's like fucking very like
awesome.
cinematic,
That's
and
super
ultimately
it's tits and explosions on fucking
favorite fucking adjective.
on your headphones, bro.
Let's go.
But ultimately, like, being able to separate ourselves from the music and create something that's like super like cinematic, you know what I mean, like visually.
And Dan has taken, like we were saying about, like, the template of what Alicio did. Dan took that and made it like this fucking, like, monolith of what it was. Like, you know what I mean? He just has, like, we were just watching that video. Dan's amazing at this shit. And, he really captures, like, it just worked out, I'd say, in the sense of like someone who could really make a visual for what our sound is.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? No one else
I'm
is gonna
saying
do it. You know
the
what I mean?
fact that we could do it and it's all in house is what makes it really like every song has a video, and like we know like every song's gonna have a video. There's because it's like a visual element is such like a big part of it.
Yeah.
So like like. Doing videos is not easy work. So if you aren't insanely passionate about the work, like relying on somebody else to make a video for every song would be either impossible or I need a fuck ton of money. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So to be able to do it ourselves, so we know it's gonna get done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's the whole thing. It's not just the song. It's the fucking visual element to it, and then the whole like kind of background of it being like this mysterious thing that has like a volume 1 and a volume 2 and a volume 3. So if you're just catching this one when it comes out and you go back, there's like, you know, an hour of just weird shit, of just weird little fools getting their head blown off. And like, to be fair, when we were doing the first album, we were sitting in my garage and we were listening to like Freddie Dredd and like a lot of the Doom Shop shit and being like, man, we need to get this fool to make our beats. like kind of manifest destiny. It just fucking worked out. Like doing a couple tracks here and there. He came down, we worked on this whole EP, and this shit came together like better than anything else I've ever worked on as far as like the quality in the end, but also the ease of the fucking work. You know what I mean? Like we banged this shit out in a weekend, and it was all like, I mean, we had shit written in advance, and he had like a beat made in advance, but I would say 70%, 75% of the album was done in like 2 days.
Yeah,
you know,
but even that beat I had was like just a shell beat. Like,
exactly.
It didn't really have anything.
So you did these 4 beats in a weekend?
Dude,
Yeah,
we smoked a blunt, we went outside, we came back in, and the third song, Close to Death, the beat was done. I was like, what the fuck? Like, and this shit slaps, dude.
That's
it's
wild.
so good.
I think maybe like in 5 hours we had like the whole shit knocked out.
Jesus.
We had it all laid out and formatted. And they had it all formatted, like the structure of the choruses and how they were gonna do that. Because normally like when I work with the Doom Shop fools, like I usually am the one who adds the chorus and shit, and then they add on top of that, but they already have something to come with already. So it's kind of like to blend my style into it and have them like kind of be like, oh yeah, you can add a chorus here, but we got something to add on to the chorus and shit, and kind of like make it more like enunciated in the whole terms of like the track.
Having bridges and not just having like the scratch
like
hooks
bridges
be
and
the
shit.
whole like
One thing I
anchor.
think with, especially with the Koza and what we're doing is a lot of the way we rap is never backed by this soundscape, and the people that use his soundscape normally don't rap like us. So essentially what we're doing here is like a new thing, like because people could say it sounds like this or it sounds like that, but people within this genre, they don't fucking rap like we they ain't getting off like us. Not to hate on anybody, but like
Just different
like
styles.
me and this fool, we got bars, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're like, I'm like stacking syllables and doing all this like technical shit, but you don't really notice it necessarily because of like the intangibles. Like I have a lot of cadence switches and flow, and I try to sauce shit up, which you might not notice like what I'm doing technically, like. And I think that's where a lot of battle rappers in general fuck up, in my opinion. Is like they just focus on like oh, the rapidy rap aspect of things, but you don't realize when you do that shit, you're sacrificing the like your opportunity to make yourself sound cool. You know what I mean? And I think that's one thing that we got going on here is like we're rapping well and we sound like cool. Like you could play this shit. And this ain't on the live show. It ain't gonna be no put your hands where my eyes could see bullshit.
Fuck that.
It's like motherfuckers are gonna punch their best friends in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get this shit cracking, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like so, I think that's one thing that like is gonna like, in my opinion, like our rapping is usually geared towards a like different crowd, but people who understand that. They could appreciate what we're doing, and the people over here could appreciate what we're doing over here. And I think it could be like really bring some shit together, and we could really do something with this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I see like the Suicide Boys comparison, and ultimately like you're not wrong, but it's like saying 8 Mile for battle rap, being like, oh, you battle? Yeah, like fucking Eminem and 8 Mile, right? And you're like, yeah, you're
Or
not.
is it like
I mean, this might be kind of like a sort of controversial thing to say now, but it's like saying suicide is like 3 6 Mafia, you know?
Yeah. I mean, even more so, like, because ultimately, like, that's just the most recognized kind of group that kind of operates in this like soundscape.
Yeah.
But realistically, there ain't fucking shit similar between us and them. Like, outside of that, like, general vibe.
Yeah.
What we're writing about is way different.
They ain't
How we
spitting like
rap,
me. Get the
how
fuck
we
outta here,
rap
dog.
is way different.
Yeah,
like, so
yeah.
it's just like I said, it's like you're not wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like you ain't
Yeah.
wrong. Eminem was battling in
Yeah.
8 Mile,
Yeah.
but it's way fucking different what you're doing now
levels,
versus
bro.
what you know what I'm
Hey,
saying.
and also, we don't rap about killing ourselves. We rap
Nah.
about killing people,
Right.
and we do it for money. We don't rap about like no, and we don't rap about no depressing shit.
I'm
We're
good, bro.
pulling up, we're fucking flexing. We got chains and drugs and guns and all that shit.
yeah.
This ain't no like sad boy fucking evil person shit. Like this
we
is
don't do that
fucking
shit over
flex,
here.
full
No.
flex music.
One time I said my heart was
No,
full of
bro.
darkness, and AKOZA fucking stopped the session. And he's like, hey, bro, don't do that. And I was like, well,
Yo,
what? And I was like, do you have a
tell-
suggestion? And he was like, nah, I don't.
Yo.
Just don't do that. And I was like, all right. And I was like, all right, come out of the booth. And then I was like,
yo, this
okay, I'll throw the whip in park and spark
Yeah,
it.
I was just
And they're
gonna
like,
say-
okay, cool, that's way better. Let's go do that.
Dan had a line, then AKOZA just like looks at me and he's like, man, he's like, should I tell him to change that shit? I was just like, yeah, man, your song too. And he's like, Dan, could you just not say that last line? Like, basically,
yeah.
like, think of something else, you know what
I'm like, do you have a suggestion? And he's like, no.
But even now, like what you said is like memorable, so it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing is like, at the end of the day, it's way better to pull the whip and park and spark
Yeah,
it than it is to have a dark heart.
I come
You know
back
what
out,
mean?
and Dan's like, oh, I got it already. And then he gets in the booth later. He's like, I put the whip in, park and spark it. And I was like, oh yeah, he's always shooting out the whip. I should have known. Like,
It's like ultimately, it was just gonna end up with me shooting a gun out of a car anyway. Like that's the overall
When all else fails,
overarching
throw the whip and
theme
park and
of
spark
Death
it,
Dealers Anonymous is shooting guns out of moving vehicles. Different cars.
It makes the bullets go faster.
Really does. Really does. I don't care what
it
you
adds
say.
to the it adds to the speed.
velocity.
Yes.
Changes the
Yes.
trajectory.
And I'm
completely.
bending them around cars like wanted and shit
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So it's really
And
it's
that's
the
like
thing.
another aspect of this fucking shit is like, kind of like, the shit we're rapping about. We're just like, obviously just being super fucking over the top and
grandiose,
like
yeah, for sure.
ridiculous. Like I said, tits and explosions, bro.
Well,
And it-
ultimately, nobody watches a fucking movie and goes, that dude's not a serial killer. That guy's not a cop.
Yeah,
He's not an FBI
sure.
agent. Like,
sure.
you just accept people in their roles and enjoy the art if it's good. If it's not, you go, oh, this shit sucks.
Yeah.
But, like, this is like part of us removing ourselves from the equation as far as like visually. Then you get to make the decision of like whether it's good or not without having like personal knowledge of the people who made it.
Yeah.
And then there's this whole thing that's like, oh, it's like real rap. Yeah, motherfucker. Everybody's running around shooting people in the face and all that fucking shit. All your
Or on
favorite.
the flip side, everybody's depressed.
Everybody's so sad and they want to
Yeah.
kill themselves too. And they have all this money too. It's so
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
But like, it's just, the reality is that we're trying to create, like I said, something like cinematic, something that's more than just like, it doesn't just sound good, but it's a whole fucking thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in order to do that, we have to step outside of ourselves. And just, I don't think that is, like, in the modern era and, like, the world, like, post fucking, you know, social media and shit, like,
I'm good, bro.
I don't think being like, a super accessible artist and everything is out there and it's like, is that what people want? Is that appealing? Ultimately, you're just going to be disappointed because you're going to get too much information on all these people. When I was a kid, I listened to death metal bands. I thought they all murdered people and like fucking worshiped Satan. And then
Yeah.
you find out, you know, now with the internet, you find out these guys are all like good fathers and they're fucking like going to T-ball games and shit. It's like,
401ks
I don't want to
and
know
shit.
that shit. I don't want to know that at all. It ruined Slayer for me. So I would rather be like just anonymous in the creation of this shit or in the execution of it so that people could just enjoy the fucking thing visually, auditorily, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
I think the biggest payoff with this shit is when I do see comments that are like, who are these people?
Yes.
This is tight. And I'm like, this is what I want.
We win.
Like,
That was
as
it.
it grows, that's going to happen more often.
Yes.
And that's
Hell
the
yeah.
idea, to just reach people who don't listen to us because we battle. It's just like, and you know, and not a lot of people will do that. Will just take their name off something and like,
Yeah,
you know what
for
I'm
sure.
saying? And I was
Like
like,
everybody has to have their face on an album
Yeah,
cover or their name
I-
on it. That's the thing that like bothers me the most. I'm like, every time you have an album cover, it's like, this is me. You know?
it's kind of like this is like a response to shit like, hey,
cool.
look at me, I'm rapping again.
yeah.
Me rapping part 5.
Yeah, like the least
AKOZA is the OG no face dog. He just-
100%. Like this is he's wearing masks like before Corona, before anybody ever like decided it was a necessary thing to do, and long before we ever decided we were gonna do Death Dealer shit.
Yeah.
And I think that I don't know if that was like subconsciously a thing. Like ultimately, like dude just makes the fucking slappers, and that's the music we were listening to when we were like conceptualizing. Like, okay, well, how can we do this but not be just making another version of it? Like, how can we make our own version of this shit? And I think
This
that
fool's actually a big ass battle fan, and that's how we like linked up in the fucking first place.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
thank God for battle rap in that regard. Like the best, like
Just rap in general, like just having two opposite like things, you know, part of hip hop and shit, just being able to like meet in the middle somewhere, you know what I mean?
Yep.
well, that's all of us
Fire.
all of us met through battle rap one way or another. Ultimately,
Yeah.
I met him through battle rap 15 years ago.
Yep.
And then you guys contacted each other because you knew him as a battle rapper and he knew you as a producer.
Yeah.
And then we end up working on this project, and I think at the end of the day, like, we're all very happy with this shit.
Hell yeah.
So like to like,
And it's one of the rare occasions where you meet someone like you're a fan of, and we're both like mutual respect, and then we get along hella good too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause
Yeah.
I know you know, like
Yeah.
within the, and you're more so because you fucking like, well, both of you are like in your like niches are very like highly regarded, and you come across a lot of like the bigger people from your scenes, and I'm sure you fucking know that you'll meet someone you have the utmost respect for, and you talk to him for 5 minutes, and you're like, this person is garbage.
he's like, oh, you're not that cool of a person.
Yeah,
That
you're like, I
sucks.
wish I
That
never
sucks.
fucking met this
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, yeah,
And like with the Koza though, like it was fucking.
Nah, yeah, this fool's
Dope.
the homie. Like, and coming and kicking it with in Oakland with us and shit. It was like, it was
shit
so
was
easy to get straight to work,
Yeah.
and like all like no fucking confusion and all execution. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we got that shit done quick, and it shit sounded good.
Nice.
So and right now he's already back, and we're already planning on the next shit. We're already moving on to the
Dope.
next shit. So
Dope.
I think like. I don't know. Let's just play the shit. Let's play a song and then we'll talk about a fucking song.
Alrighty.
This is the first song on No Face, No Trace, produced entirely by DJ Koza. This song is called Tank Bullets.
All right.
Oh,
You guys got all your headphones on?
Yeah.
All right, I will restart it.
Let's go.
It's called aggressive. No.
If I run up in your spot, I know exactly where them bricks at. You talk a lot, that cha-cha-chop is gon' fix that. Hey, that cha-cha-chop will push your wig back. I let it rock right where your wifey and your kids at.
Fire like it got hit with a comet from the impact of the bullets that be raining when we popping on your bitch ass. Hey, that cha-cha-chopper in a gym bag. Bullets move so fast they cause it fucking whiplash.
On my wrist, it's a fortune. My watch can tell the future. My belt Medusa. I fucked and chunk a deucer. Yo, bitch gon' choose her. Bet she don't choose no loser. She see I get my loot up. Then suit up like Yakuza.
I pour that fucking Cooper. The king just like I'm Cooper. Maneuver through, I lose the roof. I blew the shit's medulla. Ay, I make the Gouda. Keep things to clap intruders. My shooters do Akuma moves. Don't aim, just clap the room up. my worst behavior, then embarrass your best. I bet you brushes with the goons will make you cherish your breath. I put your dogs up in the dirt and we ain't burying pets.
Shit I'm sipping on, I'll put some hair on your chest. Catch you slipping on a set, them bullets tear through your flesh. Headshots if you wearing a vest. I feel the hair on my neck. Stand up when I'm carrying a tech.
I light a blunt up in your whip and never ask you a thing. Then hop out at my destination, leave some trash in your seat. I'm on my bullshit, trapping off a Galaxy 3. Little bitch, we move bricks and hammers out the back of the Jeep.
I'm at the spot where they bagging the trees. I leave a op on his back in the street. I let it pop, then I'm back in the breeze. I see the cops on that catch and release. I let them pop if they ask me to breeze. Fuck 12.
Yeah, boy.
Damn.
Take bullets.
The classic, the back and forth DDA shit. That I love that fucking
Train
song.
versus-
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's like that's I think what we're best known for throughout like the 3 volumes and shit. And what people respond the best to is like the songs where we're just like ba 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 ba. And that was like that was the beat, the first one that we
AKOZA
worked
pulled
on,
up
right?
with that shit.
Yeah, he pulled up with that one, and
That was the shell beat.
yeah,
One
that
of
shit
those
was
kinda-
cracking, boy.
I remember I
Did they
was
work?
taking a shit when I heard it start playing from the living room because the bathroom was right there. And I was just like, damn, this is going to be fire. And I was like,
Memories. Dope.
Yeah, we knocked that shit out pretty quick too.
Yeah, no.
Dude, yeah, because most of that shit, right, we were just like posted in the front room and like Cemetery Chips from,
Yeah,
Nick from Gold
Switch
Charts.
Nick, yeah.
He came over and him and Chips were just like fucking like, I was tight. I was just sat on the couch and they were just like, and like
Yeah.
just music nerded and created all this shit.
Oh,
Then
tight.
like me and this fool would smoke a blunt in the backyard, come back upstairs, and this fool would just be like, "Hey, is this shit tight?" And we'd be like, "Yeah, this is." You know what I mean? Like this shit's crazy as fuck.
And as some of y'all know, I do the dog rescue shit now, so I kept having to drive back to San Jose.
Oh yeah.
I
you
probably
were,
like
writing your rhymes
every
and all
day I would have to go back and forth from Oakland to San Jose like at least twice, sometimes 3 times. So I'll be in the car for like 40 minutes each way, and that's where I wrote every single one of those verses. I just pop back in and be like, okay, I got
Yeah,
my 6
that
feet
was
that way.
on the.
I got my
That was
that
on the
one. I got my-
freeway from fucking San Jose to Oakland.
880.
Writing verses.
All that shit was written on
They would
880.
just show up with like 8 bars and be like, "All right, is this cool?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool."
That's why my heart was full of darkness at times. But I think at the end of the day, like I'm super happy with the writing in general, and like I'm not like I'm usually very critical of my own shit, and I think like I wouldn't have changed anything like about it. At the end of the day, I don't want to go back and be like, I wish I did that verse again or whatever.
Yeah.
It all came out, and like some of the ones, the last verse I wrote is probably my favorite verse, and it was done like under the most duress, like. We gotta go. This shit's done now. Like I got one more drive to finish it.
What track is your favorite on the whole thing?
The last one.
Big Lurch.
Big Lurch.
That's
yeah.
my favorite too.
Okay, so right now it's close to death, but it'll change all the time.
I really like that one.
So
But-
the next song is your favorite song?
No.
Close to Death's the next one.
Oh,
yeah.
it is the next one. Okay, yeah.
The
So
next song
one,
that plays is okay. That one's tight too. I think I like Big Lurch's shit. I mean, because I really like that beat and like that fucking just the whole vibe of it is really aggressive and shit. Why did you just pick it for like? Do you just like that beat the most and shit? I remember when you made that
it's
shit.
like the last one, like it was just the last like what I could just gas out like at the last.
Oh,
moment,
we
you know
made
what I
that
mean?
one last
that was
too,
The
huh?
very last.
yeah,
song.
because I was like, I hella want to beat with the fucking.
I felt like I was freestyling the beat, so that one I was like, well, what do I have left to like just that I could just do right here real quick, you know what I mean? It's kind of, but I mean it came out dope though, cause
That was the extra quick cook up right there.
I'm gonna tell you right now why that's not my favorite. Because I made the music video for that song.
Oh, yeah,
so
you're right.
I've listened to that song like 250,000
Yeah.
times in the last month. Like I love it. And I love the video, and it
Yeah.
is probably the best song on the
You're-
drive.
you're
But I like
excited
when
to
right
death.
now this
Yeah.
one that's coming next, Close to Death. When I hear it,
Close
I'm
to
like,
Death.
oh yeah, this shit snaps. Also,
I think that's my second favorite.
Close to Death?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's mad. It's like a trap fucking song. Like it's the
This-
like grimiest, like scariest DDA joint on this shit.
This one
Yeah,
has
all
the
fucking
hook that was like on. I remember I was like fucking, like, I don't know if I was fucking around necessarily, but I remember I was telling Chips because he's playing this beat, and then like you'll hear the hook like that's on it. But I was just like doing like this thing where I'm like, give me the bag, like, and I just kept like fucking around with it, and then this fool just started like repeating it too, and it just became
give me the bag,
and it's tight as fuck. But
it's tight as fuck.
Give me the B.
It just started off as like
HG. Give me the bag.
Give me the bag.
It's something catchy.
It's like one of those things when it was happening in the room, everyone was like you made fun of it, but then you find yourself saying it over and over, and you're like,
oh, okay, so this is a good hook.
It's just maybe it'll work.
This will be a good hook then. This song is called Close to Death. This is the second song on the EP. We are going to play a video for Big Lurch after we play the next song, Move With Intent. But first, Close to Death, fucking No Face, No Trace, produced by DJ Koza, Death Dealers Anonymous. Joe.
Oh yeah, this song is fucking awesome.
This is like the creepy one.
Spoopy.
Who got the birds? Give me the fly. Give me the fly. Who got the bag? Spinning your block. Spinning your block. Who got the birds? Give me the fly. Give me the fly. Who got the bag? Spinning your block. Spinning your block.
Roll his body off the roof like The Departed. Yeah. Then I put the product on the market. Running your apartment with the carbon. Yeah. Then I lay the bodies on the carpet when I pull up at the spot that valet park it. Yeah. Please don't get a motherfucker started. Better hire protection cause you a target. Yeah. I throw the whip and park it, spark it.
My work is stop time, boy, y'all ain't done shit. Marathon for the money, finna change up quick. When y'all get pulled into the gravity, my gang run with. Toss them out the other side with they brain unhinged. I got a new custom model that'll shoot underwater, yeah, the thing sunk shift. And them big body bullets make a tank front flip. Jesus peace, holding boulders, yeah, the chain crush shit. Make y'all wake up, bitch.
Yeah, I open up his dome and turn that shit into a pasta dish. She like how the water dripping, know I got a lot of it.
Did I catch him slipping? Bet he thought he got a grip. Poppin' shit, turn your block into the Gaza Strip.
Trapping out the ID6, now your boy Bugatti rich.
Catch me bagging up, busting bricks like Karate Kid.
Hit him with the stick, then I watch his whole body flip.
Pop the monolith, snatch your soul with the poly grip. You got the birds, give me the fly. Give me the flock, who got the bag? Spinning your block, spinning your block. Who got the birds? Give me the flock, give me the flock. Who got the bag? Spinning your block, spinning your block. Who got the birds? Give me the flock, give me the flock. Who got the bag? Spinning your block, spinning your block. Who got the birds? Give me the flock, give me the flock. Who got the bag? Spinning your block, spinning your block.
Fire.
Super creepy shit.
Yo, I think that's a little bit different than the version I heard, but yeah, fucking sounds incredible.
No, yeah, it got fucking. Dude, I sent you the rough of that. Like, the day we made it, actually, I sent you. Yeah. So I've heard that shit like fresh off the fucking session.
Yo,
much, yeah.
Cody rhymed Gaza Strip with monolith. That's fucking awesome. Dog, that is tight as hell.
Yes. Throw his body off the roof because he's retarded.
No, that's not what he says.
No, wait. Oh, wait, never mind.
Like
The Departed. Every time we do a show, I'm going to say, like, every time I'm going to do, I promise. Like, and we'll just see if people catch it. We'll just see if people catch it. Throw his body off the roof because he's retarded.
I don't condone such fucking.
Oh, what? We're not supposed to do that? Oh, wait. Hey, man. He was also a bad person.
Great reference though. Departed, one of my top 3 favorite movies of all fucking
That
time.
shit. They throw Martin Sheen off the roof,
Yeah,
right?
Martin Sheen.
Yeah,
Yep.
damn.
But you can
Martin.
see how the chorus is like repetitive, but in a good way. It kind of brings you back into it.
The whole, like,
I love
fucking, it's
Yeah,
like a
those
crazy,
movies.
scary cycle.
Give me the biscuits.
Yeah.
It works for anything that starts with the B too. You know, like give me. What was it? Give me the biscuit.
Give me the biscuit.
Give me the
Give me the burr.
Give me the barrel of
Give me the
biscuits.
biscuits.
All right, you don't gotta do that.
He has the fucking, Cody has a line in there too where he's like, I got a new custom motto, and it sounds like he's saying custom motto like Mike Tyson's original fucking trainer. Like he's got a new version of custom motto that's training him how to shoot guns underwater, I guess. But what he's saying is custom auto.
Yeah, I say custom model.
Oh!
I got a new custom model that is shoots underwater. Yeah, this.
See, I was wrong. I thought it was custom auto.
Sometimes sometimes I lather the. No, that would actually it means the same thing that how you're saying it.
Yes.
So if you guys want to think I'm saying that, that's fine too.
And custom
I'm not gonna hold it against you.
and custom auto. Like
Dumb auto.
custom auto.
I think I lathered a little too much sauce on that, and you couldn't really hear what I
I
was
thought
saying.
so. Those are some of my favorite bars of Cody's from the DDA shit, where it was like it sounds like something else is being said, but it's like I know what you're saying. That shit's stuff.
Yeah.
I'll have lines sometimes where I'll just leave out chunks of the thought process to where the line doesn't even really make sense, but I can explain it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like,
Anyway,
you've also made a conscious decision to like still use that bar because it sounds so fucking cool.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
what these motherfuckers don't get about rapping.
These rapping
Motherfuckers! No, I think you get caught up into like, oh, everything's got to be proper and make sense and be like, and it's like, no, fool. Sometimes I might slur some shit and it's gonna sound tight. And if it does, let it go.
Yeah, for real.
Just let it go, man. Let it live in the world.
I'm with that. It's all about what sounds tight.
And that's none of our
Plus tomato.
Okay, move with intent. This is I wrote the hook on this one.
Yeah.
Fire.
This one's like Dan's brain baby right here, pretty much.
Yeah, we always like we trade off, and then like he'll usually have like Close to Death is Cody's one, this is my one,
And then
like the other ones are us together. You know what
I
mean?
feel like every album has like
100%.
that, now that I'm thinking
Like,
about
what's it called?
Because like SOS is like yours,
Mine, yep.
and then like Iron Maiden. Well, there's like
that's one of the both of us
yeah.
ones. No, there's
Like-
definitely songs that I'm like, that's Cody's song, and there's ones that I'm like, oh yeah, this is my one.
because there's like times where I know like we attach to different beats and shit.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, oh, I got all this shit. And
I
I'm
got a
like,
hook and a verse for this
Yeah,
one.
and then I'll sometimes same thing. I'll be like, I got obsessed with this beat, and I
Yeah,
stayed
yeah,
up till
yeah,
3 in the morning writing this.
And what's cool is like nobody shits on each other's ideas, and like the songs
it's
end up
very-
getting made, and they end up
We
sounding really
usually
good.
like build E fit right into that. AKOZA fit right into that shit right away. Like when we were all fucking building stuff. Like I really like to work with people who will tell me things that they want me to change, and they're also accepting of criticism. Like,
Yeah.
because you know, like some people get like they're kind of like
Their feelings.
like feelings hurt when
Yeah.
they're like, you shouldn't say it like this, but like you know what I mean. But like
Yeah.
all of us are very much so on the page of, hey, you should do this different because it'll sound better when I do this or yada
Yeah.
yada.
And at the very least, we'll try the shit. Like at the very least, we're gonna try the
all
shit.
of these
you know what I
songs
mean?
were like remastered like 5 fucking times. So.
Dope. I like that.
And also like big shouts to Chris Paxton, who does all of our engineering.
Yeah,
Who
and
who is dealing with our
Yes.
obsessive, fucking compulsive musician.
All of us.
Yeah, all of us.
All of
Like,
us,
imagine just like 3 musicians wanting every little thing on a song
Yeah.
to sound how they want it.
And
to.
it being like,
and then you got a
2-minute long songs that you're like, we got to go back for the
Yeah.
5th time on this song. It's like, dude, it's 2 minutes long. Like, how many times?
Yeah, I feel you.
But I think like he adds a lot to the shit that is like intangible, like we wouldn't have ever thought of.
Yeah.
In like not just like boosting up the levels of everything, but there's little like you were saying, he does the breaks in the beats like before the fucking ends of the verses and shit, and it's like.
Emphasizes like certain drops.
And other engineers don't do that really. They don't add to the music. They're just like kind of bringing up the levels of shit.
Yeah.
So he definitely like in those sessions adds a lot of shit to the music. So. All right, move with intent.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Ay, you had the plug, so we was fucking with you straight away. Then you got picked up by them boys and started saying names. You heard we coming through with drums, these ain't no way to waste. You see the smoke come out the stick and then it fade away. Caught him slipping at his granny's crib. Banana clip, hit him right where the bandana sit. Clapping shit, drop him quicker than a bag of bricks. Ain't no game, homie, flame on me like a candlestick. Rap and rob a motherfucker too, like the robber room. Keep a ratchet on me in the coupe, like the sprockets loose. Bet I treat your motherfucking bitch like a prostitute. She see what I'm rocking on my wrist and my pockets too. Roll up in the cutty, smoking rocket fuel. Inside French vanilla, outside chocolate mousse. The way I'm looking, shorty got a lot to prove. She know when it's time to operate to let the doctor through. Ay, Moscow scale don't weigh no grams out. Don't do no handouts. We don't do no handouts. Roll up on the block with them cans out. Man down. I'll gun your man down. Boom, boom, boom.
Cookie patch, Ralph Lauren on the Mitchell and Ness. I ain't saying shit until they give me the check. I have my status hitting critical threat when I'm slamming that new whip through your set. Sitting passenger got me a bronze bitch from Tibet. She tastes like maraschino cherries and she giving up neck. I told the Lord that I knew her in the biblical sense. He told me isn't she blessed? I got the same blueprints as the best, and yeah, I'm missing a step. Hicko wind sign Libra in the Carolina blue, pink pinstripe Beamer in the inside, peanut butter leather with a dim light. Features be the worst day of your life. If your bitch might see it, she get claimed by the pack. Oh no, she ain't coming back. She threw them brains in my lap, for the money machine ate up them stacks.
Hey, my scale don't weigh no grams out. Don't do no handouts. We don't do no handouts. Roll up on the block with them cans out. Man down. I'll gun your man down.
Bro, you know what I'd like just realizing that about playing it back is that the like build up for the hook is like, or the, usually it's the fucking scratch hook, like feel the hot lead of this chrome, but it's all the build up of my verse is just it being like bow, 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 like just run back and shit. Like I don't know that we've done that on any other song before, where like the actual hook is happening over just a different version of that bridge fucking like moved around and shit all crazy. And it's hella like,
oh yeah, like that shit was mixed, like there's like it's an ever changing kind of piece of music. Like it's like I feel like that one was done how like if you're in a band how you do things, where like you'll do like the verse and then like a little change up into the like chorus and there's a bridge, and then how the end it like breaks into the same thing with like a different part, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I feel like Paxton really made that one sound like it was like cause I don't know, it's like a really like less is more type song too.
there's
you know
hella
what I'm
empty
saying?
parts of it.
So
like,
in the
bam.
ever changing like pieces of it, it just like everything just hits hella clean and shit.
Yeah.
That shit, that's the
my,
one.
My production on that is like just a lot of less and just
But that one's
bass, hi-hat, snare,
yeah.
sample, like real like real South influence, I guess. Real
Yeah, it
minimalist
is.
production. You
Yeah,
know
I
what
can
mean?
hear that.
That one
To let them flex, you know what I mean, and kind of like add flavor to it, you know.
That's the fucking like
You
that's like the flex beat on the shit. It's the most like just upbeat ass fucking like.
Because if you just be lyrical on it, and yeah, you can do that, but then when you add some kind of like a smooth finesse and structure to that shit and blend them two together, like that's why I kind of try to leave it more open and then add so many other instruments so they could do that.
And I had that
Dude,
hook.
yeah,
bro.
the type of shit that fucking AKOZA does, like, I don't know, man. I'd like if you watch him work, he'll take just like these little pieces of things, and the way he freaks it just makes it like this entire fucking soundscape out of this little thing. It's fucking crazy. And that one right there too slams in the whip.
Crazy.
Stupid
Crazy.
fucking hard,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
the fucking kick and like the distorted bass he has that hits with, that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
And then like, dude,
And
that
then
shit,
Paxton taking it, you know, and then like amplifying it even more, and the master that he had it on it, making it sound way more pronounced than what I would have. So
That
shout out
shit in the
Paxton,
car,
too,
I'm
by
like,
there.
bam.
It's fire.
I remember when you were
You can
saying that
tell.
one,
You
you
can
were
tell
saying
it
like
slaps.
that would be the more like easier to digest for people type
Yeah.
beat, right? Like,
Yeah.
like he was saying when he made that shit, he was purposely making it on some like more trappy, like less. I guess what would you say the other shit we make's like more aggressive or some shit, right? Or,
Yeah.
So that one would be more.
That's like a Pass the Brew one. Where
That's like, yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
like Pass the
DJ
Brew.
AKOZA produced Pass the Brew, which was released via Ruin Your Day.
Yeah, you didn't even get to talk your shit really. This is tell him about Doom Shop and all that shit, man. Like where the fuck he comes from.
Oh yeah, so I'm pretty much from Doom Shop Records, just underground independent rap label. Oh man, there's so many members, bro. I can't even name them all because if I don't
Yeah,
name them all,
motherfuckers
they
will
gonna
get mad and shit. Shouts out to everybody,
Shout
dog.
out.
Shouts out to all y'all.
Shout out
That's
to
the,
my
that's
whole,
the show we went to.
my whole team.
100%.
Yo,
That's the show
I-
that y'all went to.
I was like blown away by that show.
That's
I was
dope.
like in the back, just like, damn, this energy is fucking really. Not only is it contagious, but I fucking loved it, man.
Thank
It
you,
was
man.
fucking
Thank
really
you.
dope.
Yeah, everyone. I didn't get to make it out to that one, but the reception from everyone who went was positive. So
Yeah, it was dope.
Man, that's what I love to hear, man. That's what we do it for. So
And
shout
like-
out the whole team, Doom Shot Records, my whole team, 6'8". You know I love y'all. Y'all my family.
Yeah, and it's been really cool, like getting to work with AKOZA and then meeting all these cats because we've been listening to their music for a
Yeah,
while.
man. Since like 2015, 16, we've been bumping their shit.
Yeah.
Like,
And
Nah,
I've been a fan of all y'all since I off the gate, since I guess YouTube first got put up and you were able to put videos up. I mean, like Lions Den, URL, Grind Time, all of it, man, all of it.
Dope.
Dot, all of it. So
Dope.
I was already accustomed to them already. I knew they did music too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I wasn't into like all that, like, oh, battle rappers can't make music. I kind of felt like when I was making music, I knew what they were doing, like, and I knew that they knew, like, I just had to have the right producer really to kind of,
I'm
you know what I'm
fucking
saying?
saying, bro. And
kind of
this
bring
is
it out, and
Yeah.
real shit.
yeah, it just came out dope. I love what we put together, man. This is a fire tape, so when it drops, y'all go out and get that, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think like it's safe to say that like battle rappers haven't been able to find success with music in a way that eclipsed their career as battlers. You know what I mean? And like ultimately, like even the dudes that have been the most successful musically will still always be known as battle rappers, and that'll be the like thing. Super, you know, that's the fucking hat we wore the longest. You know that is what we are.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why I don't want to fucking have my face on this shit.
Yeah.
Because there's no way to remove that history from
Yeah.
anything we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's decades
Yeah.
between the two of us.
and not to say I'm ashamed of it either.
Not at all.
I'm just saying it's hard to get past the hurdle that's been set in front of the like not to say too like because a lot of the music that I make like and you could like I know like you know me for
Yeah.
years. A lot of the ways I've approached things, I've always been very niche and like try to be ahead of the curve, and I actively seek out strange things that I think are cool that kind of a lot of the times become a thing later. And I'm not like saying like, oh, I know everything before it's cool. Like that's super douchebaggy. But like I just like it's just a matter of me actively seeking things like that, right?
Yeah.
So I've always really tried to make music that was just nothing that was gonna, I guess, sound like what anyone else was doing and stuff like that. And then I think with this shit, I finally figured out like. I'm not saying it's gonna work like tenfold necessarily.
I'm saying it's gonna work.
But being like, okay, I'm just not gonna be this person on this album. You know what I mean? And like,
I
let's
like
see
it.
how this does. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like,
that's dope.
Instead of trying to trick the system, just like don't just
work with
even be a part of it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
real.
Yes,
Go
100
for it.
fucking %. I couldn't have said it better myself.
And not
like,
to
don't
say
be a part of it if you
That
can't.
I'm
fucking
ashamed
trick
of being. I love battle rap.
I'm
and
here with
fucking-
y'all. I'm here
a
on Ruin
giant
Your
fucking
Day
fan.
producing this album.
yeah,
So
yeah.
please believe like my allegiances lie where they belong, and I'll always.
And listen to me when I'm reverse live still too, please. Because I got a lot of heat coming out as myself.
I mean, for me, like the dirtbag damn part of my life is over. Like I don't do that anymore in any way.
If I said hipster but fire.
Thank you, sir. I don't fucking. None of that like persona exists in me anymore. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's just gone. And I don't want what I do now to be like tainted by my past. Not in the sense that like I'm ashamed of it, but it's like if fools can't look past it to see what's actually fucking happening, then we gotta remove it from the equation entirely.
Yeah.
And I think like we found like success, not in the sense like, you know, I know motherfucker, anybody who hears this is gonna be like, this shit is tight. So we
Yeah.
just gotta get people to hear it, right?
Yeah.
But like all I'm ever actively seeking in the process of making music is like being amazed by the product. Like being like, I cannot fucking believe we made this.
Yeah.
And this has been the most I've ever been like felt that way about anything I've ever made.
Hell
like
yeah,
listen
dude.
to it in the whip, driving home going, I can't fucking believe this is me on this shit.
That's dope as
Like,
hell.
this is us?
Or listening
Damn,
so
I
much,
am good.
listening so much that you think it already dropped.
Yeah, or like
since
fucking...
I got it, I've been thinking it's already dropped. And now
Hey,
I'm here and I'm like, damn, we're about
What
to drop
were our
it in 20
aliases for this tape? We didn't talk about it. Let's do it live on the air.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, let them know.
Oh,
What's
I
your
already know who
alias?
the fuck I am.
That's DJ Koza.
Don't put me on the fucking spot like that. I know you have a
Okay.
good one right off the bat.
Nah, just let it rip, bro. You gotta go.
Oh, what was that? I said fuck. I had a super good ass one the
It's
other
not
day.
butt heat bubble gum, is it?
It's not butt heat bubble gum for
Yeah,
sure.
okay.
It's not Buster Two Dicks either. It's something close to that.
Okay, on this one I'm gonna
MC
be
Spark it.
okay, usually I one thing I like to do is I'll take a fucking like anti-hero from anime, then give them the last name of like a classic like hitman or mob flick murderer, you know what I'm saying? So like combining names, and then now we'll get back to this. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. guys.
Yeah. He put us on the spot.
Let's go.
I was like, okay, wait.
I need
My
at
name's
least,
Avocado. I can't talk.
I need at least a video to think about this. Okay, so this is.
Brother Booth.
I wanted to mention Brother Booth. is
Scotty,
fire.
what up, man?
Scotty,
Love
that's
ya.
sick.
That's fine. Brother Booth.
Check it out. This is the first video that we have done for this EP. We will have a video for every single
one,
song for this EP.
four videos.
Instead of releasing it like we usually do, where it's like one long movie right when the shit drops, we're gonna drop singles. So like we'll drop the EP this week with this video. Then next week another video will drop. A week later another video drop. A week later another video drop.
Hell yeah.
And there will be a video for every song, and eventually when it's all done I will create like one long 20-minute version, and I don't know, we might only make that available for like specific people or put that in one specific medium, but all 4 of the videos will be available online, you know, by the end of the year for sure.
Let's go. All right. Last song on the album,
Big Lurch.
Big Lurch.
This is everyone's favorite.
Shout out Big Lurch.
That's why we did the video for this one. It was also the one that was done first.
And also, tell them who Big Lurch is.
Why? Because I just learned.
all right, so if you guys are unaware, Big Lurch is a rapper who he's from Texas originally.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say kinda
no, I
learned
was going
something.
to say kind of about that. He kind of became famous rapping in the Bay Area with Mac Dre. He moved to LA and he was starting to work out here, but the Sherm took a hold, and eventually he ended up.
The Sherm took a hold.
I feel like I'm watching a great documentary.
He
right
ate. He got really high on Sherm one day.
The Sherm took a
and
hold.
he killed and ate his friend's girlfriend, who was a roommate, and then stripped down naked, ran down the street, and the cops found him, you know, covered in blood, naked, falling back to the house. He's in jail forever. He tried to get an insanity plea, a temporary insanity plea, but they don't give you that shit if you smoked the Sherm that made you do the thing to the people. So, but like realistically, we're not just calling the song Big Lurch because of like the morbid element of the fact that he like ate some woman.
Cali and Texas shit, man.
It's some Cali, Texas shit, and also
Actually, yo, homie's right. He is known for working with
Brother Lynch as well. Yeah. So I mean, NorCal essentially,
Yeah.
Bay Area. I'd say the song that Big Lurch was most known from was Fire with Mac Dre.
Fire.
So like that's why I say that. But you're absolutely right. He did work with Brother Lynch, and the reason we call this is not because he ate people. It's because it's some Cali, Texas shit. And I'm also like a big fan of the dude's music. So
Yeah.
Big Lurch, DJ Koza, Death Dealers Anonymous. This video will drop at midnight on Monday. The EP will be available on Tuesday on our Bandcamp, and then we're uploading it to all digital platforms, so it'll be there eventually. But we're just gonna try and funnel everything to the Bandcamp at the beginning. So yeah.
Well, fuck yeah.
Let's watch this video.
see my Deodoro Prince up in the field when it's on. I be reckless with them $100 bills, still I'm gone. Run the grill and a chunk, $250,000 on my arm. Icebergs in the wrist, sending chills through my palms. And I'm rapping shit that sounded like the Grand Prix when I'm whipping. I'm busting shit that sounded like a stampede from the distance. Big chop to get a grip, I hold it like a boom box. Aim it for your head, your whole dome is getting chewed
Give it a
up.
loop, keep a tech when I ride in the coupe. I got death by my side like Ryu, then I shoot, I don't miss, oh yeah. When I slide up in that pussy, that shit Crisco wet. I got diamonds on my neck and on my wrist gold. I got cookies by the pack like Nabisco. I'm in your zip code, what it hit, let's go. Couple hundred racks up in the safe with a pistol. Plus another strap up on my waist if you get
I
close.
smoke for whoever, got dope for whoever. I be at your family function with that coat and my sweater and that soft top, bitch. You can't take me nowhere. Bet I pop off, bitch. You can't take me nowhere.
Yeah, buck for the cheddar pole, tucked in a leather coat. Fuck with a centerfold, stuck like whatever though. Off top, bitch, you can't take me nowhere. Bet I pop off, bitch, you can't take me nowhere.
I smoke for whoever, got dope for whoever. I be at your family function with that coat and my sweater and that soft top, bitch. You can't take me nowhere. Bet I pop off, bitch. You can't take me nowhere.
Fire.
Yo, gassing on that one.
Man,
3
this
for
shit
10, y'all.
slaps.
By the way, that's what the three of us together, that's what we go by, 3 for 10.
And it's a reference telling me you're the one who came up with the name. Tell them what 3 for 10 is.
It's just a thing like we say in the South, or like back in the day when like PCP was like popular and shit. And you would go and get it. You would have to like buy 3 cigarettes, or you could get 3 cigarettes with it dipped in it for $10. So 3 for 10. You know?
3 for 10.
3
baby.
cigarettes dipped in a fucking PCP.
And
3
embalming
for
fluid.
$10.
Fluid, PCP.
That's what we are
Don't do drugs. By the way, kids,
we're
don't
the
do
music.
drugs, bro.
Yeah,
Don't
we're
do
the
drugs.
we're the music version of smoking 3 cigarettes dipped in PCP.
For
Yeah,
sure.
you know.
That's the I don't know. I guess that's the aesthetic we're going for.
That's the aesthetic, for sure.
It's called Sherm Wave.
Yeah.
Sherm Wave. Fuck
But yeah,
dude.
basically 3 for 10 is gonna be the umbrella that we drop all our shit under. It's like our group / like label fucking thing. All our collaborations, even like outside with him, on if we do solo singles, all that shit, it's all gonna drop under 3 for 10.
And that's the logo.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So for right now, we already have, there's 6 songs with us together. There's Pass the Brew,
And it'll be
DOA,
on there.
Hair Tra- oh, 7 because of this whole EP. So yeah.
And it'll be all on there. So.
Yeah, everything will be on the 3 for 10 Bandcamp. That's where the...
We're gonna drop that the day that the EP drops, and it's gonna have all the singles and a lot of like visuals on there and stuff too.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, look out for that.
We'll promote that when the EP drops too.
So the reason we're down here too is we're going to be filming performances for a live stream that Doom Shop is doing on Halloween. Because ordinarily around this time of year they do the Judgment Day show, like the one that we went to. There would have been one this year.
Was that a year ago?
Yeah,
Holy
it was a
shit.
year ago. Yeah, it was October. Yeah, right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Damn.
so Judgment Day is a show that they do annually in LA. You know, we went to that one. It's
Yeah, it was
fucking crazy
awesome.
packed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because of the coronavirus, obviously,
Can't do
we're
it.
not able to do it this year. So these guys had the idea about doing it online, filming a bunch of performances, and then cutting in some kind of like street performances, music video type shit, and promos and stuff like that. So they'll be like on Halloween, like, you know, close to an hour-long stream, maybe longer, with live performances from almost all the cats from Doom Shop. And they're gonna let us rock on there too. So it'll be Death Dealers Anonymous on there, and by that time this whole shit will be out. So you know, we'll be playing some of these songs
October
live on that
20th.
shit.
October 20th.
Hell fucking
Yeah. So this
yeah.
comes out October 20th. So Tuesday, basically. Tuesday's the day music drops. We dropping it on Tuesday. The video will be up at midnight. And then Tuesday, the whole shit will be dropping. Please share this shit for everybody, because I think motherfuckers will like it if they hear it. And that's really the only, like, bridge we got to cross with this shit. You know what I mean?
Hell
Like,
yeah.
we don't have to fucking twist anybody's arm here. It's fucking,
Fuck yeah.
this shit is sick.
It's amazing. You guys should be proud. Another
man.
winner.
Thank you, Avocado, for fucking letting us come out here
Thank you
and
so much
promote
for having us out,
honor.
man.
Thank
the
you.
fucking
I
most
I
important
was bumping
audience.
this on my fucking trip around the country.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
I was definitely like thinking of shit, and I was like, damn, this fucking, you guys put out really good music. I'm a big fan, regardless of being friends.
My
with you
man.
guys, so.
Avo's always the best. Always supporting the dreams.
And I
My
greatly
dreams.
appreciate all of you guys.
The
not that.
eight-arm Goro guy?
Oh, you seen this?
Yeah.
Not
Fuck
Aaron
yeah,
Goro.
I've seen
Have
that.
you seen this?
Of course I have, bro. Why do I get tagged in this shit?
Let it rip.
How
on
far
social
away?
media.
How
I don't
far
know
away do I
about
have to
any of
leave
this.
Battle Rap to continually get
No,
tagged?
no,
But we're gonna
We're definitely gonna watch
this. Talk. Yo, Clayton.
Yeah,
I had
will
Clayton
appreciate
send me
this.
this shit because he was playing it, and I was like, "What the fuck are you watching?" All right, so let's watch it, guys.
Let's go.
Genghis Ganj. And I came all the way from fucking Michigan to massacre this son of a bitch. I'm a Brock Lesnar octopus. I will take kids, bitch. Imagine Goro with 8 arms. I'm a disgusting fucking freak.
What the fuck is going on, dude?
You know that class? Like that class that wasn't special ed, but they had like the kids with the learning disabilities that always like swinging on the teachers and shit. That fool was definitely.
That shit was deep in the good, bro. He had
That
that,
fool
that
said,
shit.
I'm a disgusting fucking freak. I'm,
that
hey,
shit from
I'm hella using that in
Why
the
did,
DDA shit
why
for
did he
sure.
add?
That was from the
Why did he
chest.
add 4 more arms to Goro? Why is that necessary?
He said, I'm a Brock Lesnar octopus.
Whatever that means.
What is
He's just
that?
obsessed with arms. He just loves arms.
He loves
He's like, I love biceps and forearms.
I love multiple
Yo,
arms.
Shit again.
my favorite part about this though is when he's like massacre, like some girl starts screaming prematurely.
Genghis Ganj. And I
Genghis
came
Ganj.
all the way from fucking Michigan to massacre this son of a bitch. I'm a Brock Lesnar octopus. I will take kids, bitch. Imagine Goro with 8 arms.
Why?
Yeah, you got an
I'm
arm
a
fetish.
disgusting fucking freak.
Imagine Goro with 4
Oh my god. Yeah, that guy versus Psycho. Definitely. Yo, I'm gonna now
They have the
fund
same
a
size
card.
hat.
Ruin your day. Psycho versus that guy. Orange hat guy. And
Does anyone know his name?
I don't know. Does anybody know his battle name? I would love to know it. I would love to find him.
I would love to watch
Money-
as
Money
many of his
Michigan.
battles
Yeah.
as I can.
I don't know,
Is
but
it Genghis Khan?
it's Genghis Khan.
Genghis
It's
Khan.
Genghis Khan for sure.
God.
And I'll tell you what, I don't know his name, but I do know he's a disgusting fucking freak.
All right, guys. Tape drops Tuesday.
Yeah.
Debt Dealers Anonymous. DJ Koza. Salute to everybody in the chat. Get the tape when it drops on Tuesday, and watch the video when it drops as well.
Yeah, boy, share
Thanks,
it for all of
Pimps.
your friends. And shouts out to Ruin Your Day, all my riders. Good luck to the fucking West Coast folks that are competing this week. Was I going to
Yes.
say the other F
Good
word?
luck.
I said folks. I didn't say the other F word. They're competing this weekend. Shouts out to Thesaurus versus Disaster.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Holy
watch
shit,
that. I'm
that's
gonna
a
see
crazy
y'all
battle.
tomorrow.
We
Or
are
Sunday.
we are in great anticipation of how that shit ends up. So I'm excited. Yeah. Shouts out
Alrighty.
everybody.
Peace out, everybody. Later.